Hey everyone, happy new year, happy 2026. I hope you're all well. I thought I would do a little bit of a sit down video because I haven't done one in forever and I haven't really been on YouTube that much in the past year, so I thought the best way to come back, I say back, I have been on YouTube, but the best way to kind of start the new year is probably to sit down and give you guys a little bit of a catch up. So I've written a little bit of a list about things I want to talk about, and I'm not going to make this video too long because I kind of want to get it up this evening, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. So I guess the first thing is I took some time off at the end of last year from social media. So I took time off from Instagram and TikTok because I spent way too much time on them. My screen time, I think, for social media was about 19 hours a week, which is just mind-blowing. And then during the 2 weeks that I took off, I think it went down to about 9 or 8 hours. But that was because I was watching YouTube on my phone. So technically I wasn't on social media, but I was on social media. Anyway, that was a really nice break, and I really want to kind of like implement like a day a week where I just kind of take my mind off social media and don't do that. I haven't done that yet, but it's something I'd like to do. And the reason I took time off was because I was really starting to feel burnt out. So I started a new job in September, which is going really well. But I was just exhausted from the new job. I was exhausted from all of the festivities, so like seeing friends and family, and with everything that's going on in the world, I was just, like, I just need to kind of take my mind off of everything and really kind of focus on myself, both mentally and physically. So that's what I did. I took some time off and it was actually really good. I did some reading, I watched films, I played on my Nintendo, so I did a lot of things that weren't on social media, which is great. Then for Christmas and New Year, so Christmas I went away with my mum. We went to Lanzarote for the week, which was really lovely. It was my first time in Lanzarote, so I really enjoyed that. I really like the Canary Islands, and the hotel we stayed at was at the H10 near Playa Blanca, and it was amazing hotel. It had lovely pools, we had really lovely rooms, the food was incredible. We flew in on Christmas Eve, and then we flew out on the 30th. So we had about six nights there, I think 7 nights, 6 days, something like that. So it was just the right amount of time. I could have stayed there much longer, to be honest, but yeah, it was really lovely, really peaceful. We really didn't do much at all. We kind of just I feel like when you go on holiday you get like a little bit of a routine, so I would get up and go to breakfast, and sometimes my mum would join me and sometimes my mum wouldn't join me, and then I would go and sit by the pool, or I would sit on my balcony because the sun, my balcony was a sun trap, so it was great to sit on my balcony and just kind of relax. And then I would go and get some lunch and then do some more sitting around. And then in the afternoon, probably about 3 o'clock-ish, I would just go back to my room, sit in the aircon for a bit, and they had all like the Christmas movies on because we had channels 1 to 5, English channels. They had all the Christmas movies on, so I watched like Paddington 1, Paddington 2, I watched How to Train Your Dragon, I watched Matilda, so I watched all really good movies. So that was just really nice every day to come back to the room, watch a movie, and then go for dinner. So that was really lovely. Christmas Day we had a really beautiful dinner, so the hotel put on a really nice dinner. We did have turkey, although it wasn't like your traditional turkey, but it was really nice and we really enjoyed it. And then yeah, we flew back on the 30th, and I didn't actually get home until New Year's Eve at like 1:30 in the morning. So yeah, New Year's Eve I really didn't do much at all. I kind of just stayed at home. Me and my boyfriend, we got a takeaway, and then I just chilled at home because I was pretty tired from the travel. My job's going really well. I've been at my current job for like 4 months, almost 4 months now, so it's going very quickly. Very lovely people, and yeah, it's a completely different industry. I work in the healthcare industry now, and I worked in events before, so very different. Still learning lots of stuff, but enjoying it. Marathon training, so you might not know, but in September I got an email to say that I got a charity place for the London Marathon, which is just, I think it's like everyone's dream to be in the London Marathon because it's such a sought after race. I think last year over maybe like 2 million people applied for the marathon this year or something like that, like crazy numbers. So yeah, very excited. I think we're about 15 weeks out, which is kind of scary because it's going very quickly. Training is going well. I'm just kind of focusing on, at the moment I'm doing 2 runs a week, mainly because I don't want to push myself before the marathon and I don't want to like injure myself or anything. So I'm doing two runs a week, 1 easy run, so kind of like between, I'd say like 5k and 10k, and then 1 long run, and that increases every week. So they're kind of my main 2 runs. And then I do need to start strength training, so that is something I'm definitely going to start doing, because that I need to like strengthen my knees and my back, so that is on my list. But so far it's going really well. I'm kind of, at the moment I'm kind of in the like mode of testing things out. So I'm testing energy pouches, I'm testing energy chews, I'm testing what I'm going to eat on a run, I'm testing hydration, I'm testing electrolytes. So I'm in that phase of testing everything, so that when it comes to marathon day, I know exactly what works well for me, what my body likes, what my body doesn't like, and I have a good plan. So I don't want to leave that to last minute. 2026 plans. So 2026, so 2020, I'd say 2024 and 2025 were really big travel years. We did a lot of traveling, we did a lot of small kind of trips here and there. 2026 is a bit different in terms of travel. So we've got one big trip in mind, which I'm not going to talk about just yet, but we've got one big trip in mind at the beginning of May. I would like to go on some sort of solo trip at some point, but it's probably going to be after the big trip because I need to save up for the big trip. And then we have a wedding in September. That's UK based, but we'll kind of extend it so it's like a long weekend. So that'll be sort of like a trip. I've got another possible trip towards the end of the year. And apart from that, I definitely want to try and explore London more. So that's going to be kind of where my content is. But yeah, because there's just so much to see in London. And I feel like I've lived in London for so long, since like 2009. And I kind of just stay in my little bubble. I stay like in the West and I stay in Central, and that's about it. So there's so much more to see in London. So that's kind of my plan, which leads on to the next point, which is content. So I obviously really love YouTube. I've done YouTube for so long, and I still am going to be doing YouTube. I'm just not going to pressure myself with X amount of videos a week or X amount of videos a month. I'm just going to do it as and when I feel like it. But with that being said, I would like to try and do 1 video a week, but I'm also going to upload a lot of short videos as well. So you may kind of see them in replacement for like a big long form video. I'm also focusing on TikTok because I absolutely love TikTok. So that's kind of like my main platform that I'm focusing on this year. Instagram I do love, but I just think the algorithm is just so up and down at the moment that I'm not really focusing on it. It's kind of just more of an outlet of where I kind of update things. But content in general, obviously I still want to create content. I love creating content. It's why I got into marketing in the first place for my job. But I think I'm gonna just do it as and when. I think adding the pressure of doing X amount of posts a week, which I know you need to do to grow and stuff, just makes it a bit more stressful. So I'm just gonna take it easy this year and see how that goes. And then anything else, I don't think there is anything else. We are gonna stay in the flat that we're in for another year, so that's news, I guess. We really like this flat, so we're going to stay here for another year, and then we will see what happens. I really want to focus on the garden this year. So we have a garden in our flat, and it's a really lovely little garden, but I really want to try and like grow something, maybe like some sort of vegetable or something. I just want to give it a go. So that's kind of on my list of things. I also turn 30 this year, which is kind of crazy to think about, but I turned 30 and I'm throwing a party in May, which is my birthday, because why not? When else can you throw a party? So that's very exciting. And apart from that, there's not really much else going on. I really want to try and properly declutter, so I'll obviously bring you guys along with me for that. So yeah, I think this year is going to be a mixture of like still lifestyle content, so homey vlogs, decluttering, sorting, cleaning, that kind of thing, meal prepping, food, a mixture of exploring London, so trying new restaurants, exploring places, seeing what we can do for free in London, and then travel content. So our big trip will take up a lot of content, I think. I'm hoping anyway. And yeah, just very excited. So I thought I would film this video. I'm not sure how long it is because I don't have my glasses on, so I can't actually read how long it is, but hopefully it's not too long. I'm gonna sit and edit this now and hopefully get it up for you guys. But yeah, if you guys are still here and watching my videos, thank you. And if you're a new subscriber, definitely stay tuned because there's more content coming your way this year. And I hope that 2026 has been nice to you so far. I hope that, you know, the rest of the year brings you good health, lots of laughter, lots of love, and lots of happiness. And I will see you in the next video.